name is Dee Collins, and I am the publisher of not only one magazine, but right now a couple. Dunamis Women and Real Awesome Men magazine, as well as the Commercial Voice. The Commercial Voice is a publication for the BOMA Suburban Chicago. That's Building Owners and Managers Association of Suburban Chicago. And I'm just so excited not to just be a publisher of that magazine, but to be able to be a publisher, period. Many people don't really understand the essence of publishing, and I didn't at first, but taking this journey for the last 10 years has really taught me a lot. I had to do some research. I had to learn not just how to lay out the magazine, how to present the thumbnails, how to design, how to get sales, how to get ads. As the executive, as the CEO, it's a little bit deeper than that. It's about hearing the hearts of your clients. It's about hearing intelligently. Not to just get an ad and to get editorial content, but to come up with innovative ideas, such as this television show, having this special edition, to have our clients a platform where they can understand what it entails, not just for me to publish their ad, but for them to publish themselves. Oftentimes we're looking at the professional, but I have a tendency to look at the people. It's the power behind the profession. It's the brilliance behind the profession. It's the mindsets behind the profession. Professionals have to make critical decisions all the time. And many of them are fearful of making the wrong decision. But what I come to do is to bring comfort that even in your wrong decision, though you may think, it's always going to turn out to be a right decision. It's not what you do, it's how you do it. So I'm just elated that I have an awesome woman that you're going to see momentarily, that I have the privilege of interviewing, and she is a client of mine, but most of all, she's a woman of power. She's a woman that makes decisions all the time, deal with a lot of real awesome men, maintain her authenticity, don't compromise in who she is, but still remain very, very empathic. I know that she's not the only one. It's so many more, and that would be you. A professional, not only in real estate, but in many industries, that your passion exuberate every day. Now, realistically, some people do it for the money, but those are not the clients that I want to engage with. No longer is it about money for me. No longer is it about an ad for me as a publisher. It's about connecting with people who have passion and power in their profession, whether you're in commercial real estate, whether you're in a restaurant business, whether you deal with animals or veterinarian, whatever that profession is. And the main profession that could be is that you're a mother, you're a wife, you're a father, you're a husband. Think about it. That's a profession. So we definitely want you to sit back, look at this show, and I want you to call me at 847-908-0650. That's 847-908-0650. If you're a property manager, you're a person. If you're a building owner, you're a person. And we love to engage with the person. No longer will you run from me as a publisher because you think I'm just trying to get an ad. I want to engage with you as a person of power because everyone has a story. Everyone has someone that they can educate. Everyone has a strategy that they can tell someone of how you broke through barriers for great success. So I'm Dee Collins. No longer will I further delay you from experiencing what I experienced right here on this platform at Dunamis Women and Ram today. Give me a call, 847-908-0650. Be back with you momentarily, and you'll see myself along with a powerful woman. Have a good one. Enjoy. Welcome to Dunamis Woman and Real Awesome Men today. I am Dee Collins, the host of the show, and if you are not aware of what the term Dunamis means, it means a woman of power. That will be you, and that would be me if you are a woman. But today, I have an awesome show lined up for you because I definitely have a woman of power that our paths have crossed in the professional world of what we do. I am the publisher of the Commercial Voice as well as Dunamis Women and Real Awesome Men magazine. And I am here with Joan Kaufman, the one and only. There is no other Joan. You are the woman of power in this hour. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I am wonderfully well. Thank you for asking. I'm just so honored to be here with you because you have a great, great thing going on in the professional world, your life of business. You are the president and CEO of Interior Planning and Design Incorporated.
Yes.
In Naperville, Illinois. You are the woman in charge. How did that come about? How did you begin your life in interior planning and design?
Well, many, many years ago.
Many.
When I was young, before high school, my mom hired a designer to help her with their house and our house, and she let me be part of the process.
Wow.
I was interested in art. I had a real love of that. My mother was in the arts. And so I learned some of what the designer did, and then I became inspired. And when I went to college, that's what I studied.
Wow.
Went to the University of Illinois, majored in interior design, started as an art major, merged into that, also had a minor in business, and decided to merge the two. I loved geometry, so I was an avid math student, and loved merging the two things together, and interior design is the perfect fit for that.
The perfect fit. Now, just even listening to you before and talking with you, you were about in 6th or 7th grade when your mom just gave you this opportunity. So you tapped into your passion very early, very early. What do you think it was about you that she said, hey, let Joan help with this? That's interesting.
I have always had a desire to orchestrate. I like orchestrating things and organizing things, and I found that I had a knack for creating order out of space, the physical environment. And as I grew into my profession and career, I became aware of how that drastically affects people's success. And in an ordered environment that works for the person's personality and their needs, they prosper. And when they're in an environment that doesn't work for them, they flounder. And I became aware there was something greater.
Now, Joan, many people are not aware of that. You know that, right?
I think they're not.
And I just really, I could just speak personally, going into my home. Let me just talk about me. My mind is cluttered if I don't have order, if I see things laying around. Being an executive, being a businesswoman, being a CEO, I have to let things flow. Many people don't understand how their environment alters their thinking. From an interior designer's perspective and going into homes and professional buildings and things like that, explain that, educate us from your world, because this is all you.
Well, in my thinking, there's two components. There's interior design, and then later I went on and learned about feng shui, which is a form of interior design that the Chinese devised to bring harmony to a person's life. So I've merged the two into my practice, and the two relate very closely. I've come to know that in a business environment, productivity is key. We design and we space plan in a business environment for the highest level of productivity.
Wow.
And so you can actually order the environment in an office facility. Many people know about space planning, and they understand that it's efficient. You want to pay the least amount of rent possible. You want to use that space efficiently. You also want to have within the person's work area that things are convenient, easy to get to, and they're organized in their work approach so that they are productive for the company. That transfers into the home environment. We're not producers at home, but we do need to nurture ourselves.
Yes.
We need to replenish ourselves so that we can go out and produce, because almost everybody has some kind of work that they do, whether it's in the home or out of the home. We work.
So what you're saying is, and correct me if I'm wrong, my personal environment should still be in a place that I can flow, my thoughts can flow. So as I transition to my office,
Yes.
and that is in the same manner according to how it's organized, the design, the environment that's conducive for me, it can also increase my productivity.
Yes.
Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
So you can come in and create that environment in my home based upon me.
Yes.
Based upon Dee versus based upon Sarah.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And then it can flow as you come into my into my commercial space.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Now, I know that you're not the only interior planning and design company. I know that.
Correct.
However, the uniqueness about you is the feng shui. Am I correct? Your
Yes.
ability to bring that harmony. Me being the publisher of the Commercial Voice, you're in the commercial industry. How do you see that you can really, really bring more increase just by looking at a person's environment? Because you do go in there, you do free consultations. Am I correct?
Yep.
Okay, talk about that. I want to know.
Well, when we come out to talk to someone, we'll do an interview. We won't do a full-out consultation at no charge, but we will interview with someone and find out what their needs are and come back to them with some recommendations.
Okay.
Some of the things that we look at, the greatest success in commercial spaces is when we're involved early on. And we can be part of the location of the walls and the windows and those types of things that affect the space. We've worked on many healthcare facilities, animal hospital, alternate healthcare facilities. I have a center that has massage therapy, acupuncture. So many environments where people who are aware of health needs we'll have someone like us come in.
Wow.
So not only do we look at making the space aesthetically pleasing, which is important, but we're looking for the deeper meaning. Why? Why do I do what I do? I do what I do
Yeah.
because it makes a difference in
Yes.
people's lives,
Yes.
and it has to impact their health. So another component of that is I'm LEED certified, and we're very interested in sustainable products, using materials and finishes that do not outgas, that protect you for being healthy. So we choose healthy materials in a healthy environment, all orchestrated in a way to promote the person's well-being.
And talk about it even from a perspective, because I'm just thinking while you're talking, how we really connected, knowing each other in the commercial industry. But when we sat down woman to woman, it was a little bit different of a connection and synergy.
Yes.
Because first of all, we're people. And from a publishing perspective, we deal with a plethora of people as professionals, but I have a tendency to not just look at them as professionals, they're people.
Right.
So that emotional health to me,
Yes.
I mean, you're feng shui, I deal with people from a clinical perspective as far as their emotions, their mindset, because people still have problems or things that go on in their life. I don't want to call them problems, but challenges,
Yes.
shall I say. So with that, we're turning this so that it's just a magazine for people, but yet they're professionals. Now, when a person come into that environment, if I'm the executive, you're the executive, we still have employees.
Yes.
We still have other people that are coming into our environment. How does the design even help their healthy state, their emotional state, their person inside?
This is a multi-pronged approach. So when I took my interior design training, my architectural background, and I learned about feng shui, and I thought about all the things that mattered and why I do what I do, I realized it was layers, many layers. So the first thing that we have to do is to really understand somebody,
Yes.
what's going on. In your environment at home will directly impact your environment at work. If you're under tremendous stress, if you don't get a good night's sleep, if your environment is chaotic, that chaos transfers with you. So seeking harmony and peace, and a well-rested person does better at work as well as with other people.
Yeah.
Then we are all crazy busy.
So
Busy people.
and we're all busy, and sometimes the leader can be stressed. So we're going to take a break, Joan, because I'm
Okay.
going to come back and I want to talk about the stress of a leader or an
Yeah.
executive and how they create the environment that you come in and bring harmony. I'm Dee Collins. I'm the host of this show, and we'll be right back with you more with Joan Kaufman from Interior Planning and Design in Naperville, Illinois.
Hi, I'm Joan Kaufman. I founded a company called Interior Planning and Design in Naperville, Illinois. I'm also a certified feng shui practitioner, and my company is Chicago Feng Shui. Our website is chicagofengshui.com and interiorplanning.com. Please visit us on the web and take a look at our work. Our specialty is helping you orchestrate your space to create an environment that's holistic and harmonious for you, helping you to reach your goals, to achieve success. Committed to you, yes, that's my goal, that's my commitment, to be all in for you on your project. From start to finish, as much or as little as you desire, we're there for you to help your project run well and smoothly. We are master planners. Our orchestration of your project helps you to decide what you would like to have, how to accomplish it, and from there we help you implement the design so that it's done well and right with the best craftsmen in the area. And we have a network that we share with you of those fine craftsmen to help you accomplish your project. Our commitment to you is one that we share, which is a personal partnership with you from start to finish. One of the things that I'd like to do is to help people in their lives. We're all so busy. I'm a mom, I'm a wife, I have a business. You guys are just like me. And if I can help you to succeed in your life, to make all the segments of your life coordinated, I will help you do that. Most importantly, we try to use green products, products that are healthy for you, products that help you to succeed in your environment without causing you harm. Low VOC products, products that are made from natural materials. That's an important part of our process and the decisions that are made on the projects that we work on with you. Please call me, 630-293-0618. That's my direct line, and you can reach me, and I'd be happy to help you with your project.
Well, welcome back to Dunamis Women and Real Awesome Men today, and I am Dee Collins, and I'm the host of this show, and I'm also the publisher of the Commercial Voice, as well as Dunamis Women and Real Awesome Men magazine. And I just really hope that you enjoyed that excerpt. It's a mini excerpt and testimony of the one and only Joan Kaufman of Interior Planning and Design Incorporated right here in Naperville, Illinois. But we are back with her right here in the studio, and Joan, I'm so grateful for you because you're bringing out some dynamics that particularly in the commercial industry, which does affect our residents, it does affect our home, because think about it, when we leave our office, where do we go?
Home.
We go home. You know, we get in the car for a short period of time, and even sometimes that car environment, and I'm not going to go there, but all the things that we keep in our car and all those things in our environment that play a part. But you are the executive and the president and the owner and all that stuff of interior planning and design, and I'm sure you meet a lot of people in leadership roles, like unto yourself, decision makers.
Yes.
You know, and one thing that even I'm going to speak briefly from a psychological perspective is that the decisions we make impact not only our own lives, but the lives of others. Whether you're a mother, whether you're a father, whether you're an executive, you know, it's those critical decisions. So when you go into people's environments, you're talking with decision makers.
Yes.
Do they really understand, and I believe that they don't, because I didn't until I talked to you, the environment that we create by the persons we do business with. So when people do business with you, they're getting a commodity. They're not just getting a woman who knows design. They're getting a woman who knows how to bring harmony, how to pick out and choose things that's conducive for that person, not just for the business. Am I correct?
That's correct.
Can you expound on that just a little bit better than I just did?
Well, when people choose interior design, feng shui, or both, they have a choice.
Okay.
And through the process, it's the person who hires us who's the decision maker. We're a facilitator of the process. So essentially, we can help as much or as little as the person desires, but the most important thing is it's a partnership.
It is, yes.
I really get to know the person, and it becomes a personal relationship.
Yes.
And it's from that we can devise where we're going. It's a journey, okay? It's a gentle process. I don't come in and say, get rid of it all, start over. I mean, that's not what it's about. It's about finding out the right things to do and asking the right questions and then really understanding where somebody's coming from. And then together we journey. And I try to keep them on the right path, okay? But it's gentle. It's a gentle process. It is a process. Feng Shui is more of a process than design. Design is a process of altering the environment. Feng Shui also affects people on an emotional and spiritual level.
But do they really know that you're doing that?
Some do.
Okay.
I do not do feng shui unless somebody wants me to.
Okay.
Because I can't do it. I can't do feng shui
Right,
to
right,
you.
right.
You are part of feng shui.
Yeah.
Feng shui is an interactive process.
It's an interactive process.
And the person is very integrally involved in it.
Yeah.
So what the feng shui is they're doing the feng shui.
Correct. Right.
I'm just guiding them.
It's like clinical therapy. I don't do
anything.
I don't do therapy. The more you put in it, the more you get out of it, you know.
Right, and they can do it, and they can ask me for help on it. I will tell them where to go and how to do it and guide that process and encourage and coach. It's definitely not a imposed upon thing. It's a partnership.
Now, you've been in business for 24 years, and I'm sure you have met so many professionals, so many people, professionals, they all can be one and the same. Have you done the same person's commercial business environment and then also did their home environment? How did that work? I know you have, but I just had to ask the
many
question.
times,
I know, I just had to ask
and
the
actually in both directions, which
Okay.
is really interesting.
Okay.
So, one company I did the CEO's office, and I was 100% commercially trained. That was my background, and we did their office. It was fabulous, and got on the cover of a magazine. And
Wow.
he said, "Will you meet my wife? Will you do my house?" Well, that was 22 years ago. Then I did his partner's house and his neighbor's house, and then I did his partner's office, and and it kept growing like that. And it started as an office job, and then I did his home. But I've had the reverse also, where I had a homeowner, I did their home. They loved it. We remodeled everything, bathrooms, kitchen, the whole thing. And then he had a business. And he said, I like how you did this, and I like the process, and I like how organized you guys were, and I like what you did. Will you take a look at my office? I have he had a production company. It was a packaging company. And so we went there and we redid everything, and they were building a new building, and so we did all of the spaces.
Now elaborate on at least one of the testimonials or one of the feedbacks that you got from one of these clients, because I know it affected them in a wide range of aspects. Maybe their bottom line, their productivity. Elaborate on that, of some of the feedback you've gotten from.
Well, one of my best clients, actually, I did the business first, and I did all the CEO offices, vice president's offices, and then he said, I'd like you to meet my wife, do my house. So we did that. Okay, and that's not the first one. That's another one.
Right.
Well, he's passed on, and I'm continuing to work with his wife, and have been for probably, he's been gone for maybe 5 or 6 years now. So I did our condo in Florida, did the house here, and rather than move into a condo in the area, she decided to keep the existing home, which was extremely
So she changed it.
well located, but we remodeled it.
Just made it a whole new place and environment for her.
She had built on a second-story addition, built a sunroom on the back, and we made all the bathrooms accessible.
Yeah.
So they're ADA accessible. She can age in that house. She can stay in her home.
Awesome.
She's never going to have to leave.
And so a lot of people actually move and change locations with the loss of a loved one, because, I'm talking from my profession now, the grief of it brings back too many memories and things like that, when they can really stay in a very prime location, but just change the whole environment.
Right.
Still keep a lot of your equity, things that you've put into that home that might not be so tangible right now, but they can still keep that location. For you, why does this move you so much? Because I could see the passion. Even when we were on break, I was just seeing the tears swell up in your eyes, because you really are passionate about that. Talk about your passion for it.
To me, a project that's successful is one that brings the client great joy.
Yes.
Okay? Their business thrives. They are successful. They're getting more business. They're growing. And then at home, they have peace. They can rest. They have good relationships. Their life is full. To be able to do that, I can't find anything more important in life.
Yes.
No, I'm not there full-time myself. I'm working on it. Keep trying. Not like I'm some perfect person coming down and telling you all how to do it. That's not it. We're all striving for the same thing in this life. And if I can help somebody just to get a little bit closer to a little bit of taste of what it might be to have a life like that, that makes me very happy.
Okay, you started to bring tears to my eyes. Okay, and I ask that because in our professional world, we're so busy doing, moving, trying to make that buck. You know what I'm saying? Trying to provide. As business owners for our families, we have a lot of pressure on us. But oftentimes we don't have a quality time like you and I are doing right now to sit and to reflect. And to really talk about how this really moves me every day, how this really come in touch with myself. I might do a little feng shui on you.
We say the cobbler without the pair of shoes.
Right. So that's very important. Joan, as we close, and I really would love to have you back on the show in the very future, because we're going to continue to do business together. This is what we are about. We do have to have the ad. We do the publishing. I want you to get a copy of Dunamis Women and Real Awesome Men magazine. Joan was in our winter 2013 issue. You can find out more about her feng shui, the interior design. Also, she's in the commercial voice, so we're just doing business to business, but woman to woman, there's a synergy there. I can really sense your passion, and you're a client relational person. Very client relational. Even for us, we no longer call it account executives. We like to build client relations. So in closing, why client relations for you? Why should someone really, really get in contact with you from a residential standpoint, commercial standpoint, feng shui standpoint, interior design? You got about 1 minute.
The most important thing is a personal relationship and the trust that goes with it. It's a partnership. Developing something that's of lasting value. The commitment that I make is that I'm all in. I'm all in for my clients.
You are.
And I'm very involved in making sure that the project goes well. I care very much that the right products are chosen and that the client gets the right price and that it's installed correctly. And we really spend most of our time on the planning. Before we execute anything, the client is very involved in the integral decisions that go into making the planning. And from that point, I believe that we make a difference in people's lives. I'm an orchestrator.
Yes,
That's
you
my
are.
gift. That's
Yes,
what
you
I
are.
give to people.
Yes, yes. And I would love to call you a connector.
Okay.
You are a connector, orchestrator, because I thank you. You have connected us with some of the things that you're doing, the commercial voice, seeing that you're very empathic about your clients. I've happened to see you just navigate on a project just a little bit. I was like, ooh, let me get out of here. You know what I mean? Because it was very intense, but you do what you do. So we really, really thank you. They will be seeing Joan Kaufman right back here on Dunamis Woman and Real Awesome Men today. So you need to stay connected with us as well. I am Dee Collins. I am the publisher of Dunamis Woman and Real Awesome Men magazine, as well as the commercial voice, because it's all about empowering people, professional, all walks of life, residential, commercial. People are people, and we all have to connect. Give us a call at 1-855-BE-DUNAMIS. That's 1-855-BE-DUNAMIS. And if you're a power professional, call me at 847-908-0650. That's 847-908-0650. I am Dee Collins, and Joan Kaufman, thank you so very much, and I look forward to having you back again. Have a blessed day, and I'll be right back with you.
Dunamis, Dunamis woman, woman. Dunamis, Dunamis woman.